Welcome back to the Marine Tech Center. This is Mike, and this is another One Ocean update. And I know lots of viewers have been asking, what is One Ocean? Why is it at the school? We're doing a refit, but it is part of the Around the Americas project, which is one of the coolest things that we've been involved in. So this is a whole mission about science and education and research and great stuff. And next summer, this boat's going to be up in the Northwest Passage waiting for the ice to melt. But right now it's at the Marine Tech Center with no engine and no generator. We're cutting a big hole right down here for a bow thruster and electrical and stuff like that. But promise you we'll get lots of detailed information about this boat and about the project. But quick last minute notice, we've decided to do a quick little open house, open boat tours. So today is October 22nd. And this Friday, the 25th, for our viewers in the Northwest, if you're available from 3 to 5 on Friday, coffee, cookies, come see the boat, hear about the project. It's going to be really fun. For those of you that are further away or whatever, or already had plans, don't worry, there will be plenty more open houses. We want to really show this off and get feedback from our audience as why we're making the decisions we are and stuff like that. So this week, we're going to pull the generator out. Let's watch the video about that. And stay tuned, there's going to be lots more fun stuff and information about this project. Another beautiful day in Pacific Northwest. It's generator day. This old generator, got to go. Only has 3,000 or 4,000 hours, but turns out it doesn't run. They put a fuel pump on it and some other stuff and thought it worked, and then on the first day of shakedown, quit running. So, yeah, the school's got a really nice generator with 10 hours they're going to put on loan to run this expedition. We want it reliable, so we got to figure out about getting it out. And we're in a hatch right here in the aft lazarette, so we got about 2 feet square, and somehow if you come down here and look, this little lugger generator, Northern Lights, has to come up and out this hatch. So turns out with a 2-foot hatch, sorry about the jumpiness there, so we need about 26 inches and we only have 23 and a half or whatever. So you could separate this out, but we have a better idea. We got the sound shield off. We got the motor mounts, we got all the wiring, fuel disconnected, and we're pretty sure we're gonna slide it over this way on some cribbing. We're gonna take this ladder out of the way, and it's only like 16 by 17 inches that way, so we're going to pull it out generator end first, stand it on end, and that way we can leave it all together. That's our plan. Let's get it done. Here's the thing, why did we pull this generator out? Well, it has some issues along with corrosion and whatnot, but it's a 6 kilowatt Northern Lights with a little lugger engine on it of some sort. But before One Ocean team bought the boat, they had been working on this to sell the boat to try and get it back in good shape. They put on a low pressure fuel pump. So they did some work. The top half of the high pressure fuel pump was taken off, and they had clearly cranked so much on this thing they had burned out the starter motor. So then they replaced and put a new starter motor on it, and it ran for sea trial and about 2 other times, and then it quit running again. So not reliable, super rusty, needs a ton of work, exhaust elbow shot, and so they're fortunate. We've got extra generators here at school. We're going to put in a better generator. We're trying to set the boat up. If it wasn't not going on a scientific expedition, we can get by without a generator with a high output alternator, but we still want the redundancy, because the science that we're collecting is super critical, and so we want to have redundancy. So we're going to put another generator in.
Just pull it out.
Yeah.
That's how we roll.
I'm hooked on something. Okay.
Well, the generator was back in this lazarette, of course, and the problem was the forklift with the gen pole was not straight above it. So it was on an angle. So after they got it all disconnected and motor mounts off and stuff, we had to have some wood and kind of pry up on it and get it off the motor mounts to allow it to gently swing
and come back over. We had that other piece of wood in there just as a stop to make sure it didn't come uncontrollably fast. But a little monkeying around, but it's not terribly heavy. And so with that, most of the weight taken off from it, it was pretty easy to get it up and get it over. We did have to put in that piece of plywood and some supports and be very careful about that steering gear there. So it's never easy, but we did get it done. So as we swung it over, our plan worked out just great, was to hook on with a second come along on the back two feet, which are on the generator end. And when we lifted that way, then you can see right here, it just turns up and gets it the skinny way where it'll fit out the hatch. And so the crew was doing good work and slow and steady, and up it came.
You're gonna back up 6 inches, and you want to swing the boom toward the bow. Just a little bit. Yep. Perfect, right there.
Hey, ready to go up?
Yep. Going up.
Slow.
Up slow. That's an uh-oh, just the wrong spot.
Well, this is what happened right there is the forklift limited out. That's as high as it would go. And this is even with a Stinger with an 18-inch extension. So, Captain Mark there, we ran the come-alongs as high as we possibly could, but we were still short. And so the option would be to take it all the way back down, set it on the ground, and re-rig it with shorter lines. You can see we had some longer lines there. But we needed those because of the distance of the lazarette. So what we ended up doing, you'll see here, is we got it as far as we could, and we just rolled it back and laid it on its side and then reattached it. So it worked out just fine in the end. We got it out.
Up slow.
Slowly. Slow. Fingers away. Okay. Slow. Okay, perfect.
See if he's got enough to get over the lifeline.
We'll see if you want it. You can open it up there. Do the lifelines.
Well,
And not get over the lifelines.
let it down and tie it shorter and get rid of all the shackles, or take the lifelines off.
We'll take these lifelines are going to take forever.
Hold on, what we need to do though.
Back up, back up,
Back
just
up.
back up.
That way I can the fork slower.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, now. Get it.
Fork's gonna be clear here.
Blocks. Chain blocks.
Okay, down you go.
Easy down. Even then, I don't know if we got that.
Yeah, you will.
The problem is we gotta extend the boom on that. Gotta go back. See about the lifeline.
You got that much.
No, my fork is gonna hit it.
And here it is, but you got that much.
Not for much.
12:55. We budgeted an hour for this.
Alright, coming up.
Stay down. Come on. Get it. So, One Ocean update. It had a good life. Time for a new one. 15 years old. A lot of electrics on One Ocean instrumentation, so it's getting changed out. Stay tuned.